Khloé Kardashian reveals she punched Lamar Odom in the face after discovering his drug use. Khloé Kardashian is no stranger to being candid about her past, especially when it comes to her tumultuous marriage to former NBA star Lamar Odom. On a recent episode of The Kardashians, Khloé shocked fans by admitting that, at the height of their struggles, she once punched Lamar in the face after discovering his relapse into drug use. The moment, raw and emotional, sheds new light on the intensity of their relationship and the depth of Khloé's heartbreak as she tried to help the man she once loved battle his demons. The admission came during an emotional sit-down between Khloé and Lamar, as the former couple reflected on the highs and lows of their time together. Their marriage, once admired for its whirlwind romance and undeniable chemistry, became marred by Lamar's struggles with substance abuse and infidelity. Khloé, who stood by Lamar after his near-fatal overdose in 2015, poured her heart and soul into helping him recover. She paused their divorce, moved into caregiver mode, and even helped him relearn basic functions like walking and talking. But by May 2016, when Lamar had begun to relapse into drug use after months of progress, Khloé's patience and heartbreak boiled over. In a vulnerable revelation, Khloé said, "I punched you in the face, and I shattered everything in that house." Her words painted a vivid picture of the rage, disappointment, and helplessness she felt watching the man she cared for slip back into destructive patterns after everything she had sacrificed for his recovery. Lamar, taken aback by her honesty, admitted he did not remember the moment but acknowledged the pain he had caused. His response was tinged with regret as he quietly said, "That shouldn't have happened." The exchange was not just about a single incident of violence, but about the emotional storm surrounding their marriage, the push and pull of love, betrayal, hope, and despair. For Khloé, the moment was more than just a physical outburst. It was symbolic of the breaking point in their relationship. She had exhausted herself emotionally, physically, and mentally in her effort to be Lamar's support system, only to feel betrayed by his choices. The punch was not just about anger. It was about grief, frustration, and the sense that her sacrifices had been disregarded. Despite the confrontation, the conversation between the two on the show was not filled with bitterness. Instead, it reflected a sense of closure and growth. Khloé expressed how deeply she was affected by those years, but also how much she had learned about resilience and self-worth in the aftermath. Lamar, on his part, expressed gratitude for Khloé's role in his survival and admitted that he owed much of his recovery to her care during his darkest days. Their marriage, which began in 2009 after just a whirlwind month of dating, was once one of Hollywood's most celebrated love stories. The pair even starred in their own reality spin-off, Khloé and Lamar, where fans witnessed their playful dynamic and seemingly unbreakable bond. However, behind the cameras, Lamar's struggles with addiction were escalating, and Khloé was left to carry the emotional weight of keeping their marriage afloat. When Lamar was found unconscious in a Nevada brothel in 2015, Khloé rushed to his side, putting her life on hold to be his advocate and caretaker. Many fans lauded her loyalty, and for a time, there was hope that Lamar's near-death experience would be a turning point. But when relapse occurred, it ultimately drove a wedge between them that could not be repaired. By December 2016, their divorce was finalized, officially ending their 7-year marriage. Now, years later, their reunion on The Kardashians provided a rare opportunity for both to reflect and heal. The honesty in Khloé's admission about punching Lamar was not meant to glorify violence, but rather to illustrate the depth of her despair at that time. It underscored how profoundly addiction can fracture relationships, not only for the person struggling, but for the loved ones desperately trying to hold things together. Fans of the show were quick to respond online, with many praising Khloé for her honesty and vulnerability. Some sympathized with the immense emotional toll she endured, while others admired the way Lamar took accountability for his past mistakes. Together, their conversation offered a poignant reminder that even the most glamorous lives are not immune to pain, and that healing requires brutal honesty as much as it requires forgiveness. Khloé has since moved forward, focusing on motherhood and her business ventures, while Lamar continues to work on his sobriety and personal growth. Their story remains one of the most public examples of how love, addiction, and resilience can collide in messy but deeply human ways. Khloé's revelation about punching Lamar may have been shocking, but it was also a window into the raw, unfiltered reality of what it means to love someone battling addiction. In the end, their reunion was less about reopening old wounds and more about finding closure. For Khloé and Lamar, the past will always be part of their story, but through honesty and reflection, they've shown that even the most painful chapters can eventually lead to growth, forgiveness, and understanding.